Buenas amigos, ¿cómo están? Aquí su amigo Warcry en un gameplay de este juego que es un juegazo creado por Telltale Games. Se llama Juego de Tronos. Juego de Tronos es lo mismo que vemos en televisión, la serie televisiva de HBO, pero no vamos a jugar la serie de televisión. Vamos a jugar hechos complementarios que narran los libros de Juego de Tronos. Estos libros relatan mucha cosa, es muy extenso y la verdad que no cabría en esta serie de televisión que estamos viendo. El juego nos da una alternativa, nos muestra otras vistas, otros puntos de vista, otros hechos que ocurrieron cronológicamente al mismo tiempo que la serie de televisión. Bueno, sin más preámbulo, vamos a empezar el primer episodio. Esta frase de Tyrion Lannister: los norteños nunca olvidarán. Tyrion, hijo de Tyrion. Este juego se adapta a las decisiones que tomen, la historia se modifica de acuerdo a cómo juegues. Durante miles de años la casa Forrester ha sido leal vasallo a la casa Stark. En los confines más oscuros de Wildwood cosechan los extraños árboles de Ironwood. Ahora el norte quedó destrozado por la guerra. Las casas rivales buscan reclamar el Ironwood de los Forrester con el fin de controlarlo. Y el destino de la casa Forrester pende de un hilo.
The trout in the towers, the wolves dropped the fish and they all ran away. The trout he fought for all for hours and hours and storms the water. Another wall to pray. Two weddings brought on by beheadings and 90 cups for me. Two weddings brought on by beheadings.
Están cantándose, muchachos, están muy contentos, están muy alegres.
Kingslayer, oath
Matarrayos.
brought to his knees by the men of the north.
Vamos a poner bien cuidado para entrar en la historia como debiera ser.
Lord Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know.
Vamos a limpiar la espada.
Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood and brains all over it. Go on. It's only blood. Now that is a proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You'll never have a sword like that. And I say that as a friend. And if we're being honest, you are just a squire.
Why not?
They don't give swords like that to pig farmers.
I had a hand in it, you know. A hand in what? Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next he'll tell us he caught Tyrion too.
So what really happened?
Someone caught him, I suppose. Ask any man here and they'll say it was them.
You captured the Kingslayer? Aye. Well, I had a hand in it. Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What do I tell you?
I brought him to his knees.
Lord Forrester.
But not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story, which grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine.
Go on.
Right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Garrett. I'll do it. Norrin's family has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach, and House Tully is forever in his debt. You've never seen a field plowed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield.
El Norren.
Fetch your cup. Tonight we celebrate.
Vamos a brindar en nombre de los Forrester.
To Robb Stark, the king in the north!
The king in the
north! Tomorrow, we march on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the young wolf's army and ride as the vanguard!
The gods have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock!
Hacia Casterly Rock.
To the Lannisters! Aye!
El norte no olvida.
Aye!
Garrett,
Yes, my lord?
I need you to keep an eye out for Roderick. As his
Roderick, ¿quién
father,
es?
I could not be more
Ah,
proud
el
of
hijo
the
de él.
man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you. It's been on my mind for a while now. Something must be done.
What do you mean?
You've served House Forrester well
¿Qué
for
quiere
several
decir
years
él?
now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you? You serve me
Quiero
well.
pelear,
Let me
vamos a
fight for you,
pelear,
my
vamos a
lord.
querer pelear.
You've more than proven your ability on the battlefield. No man would question that. There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester. It's well deserved, Garrett.
No lo defraudaremos.
Thank you, my lord. I promise. I won't let you down.
That I don't doubt. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight. I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Now go, and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
Bueno. Todo está sucediendo como debiera.
Bloody hell. Empty. Squire! Fetch us more wine!
Can you give me a hand? Come on. Make it up to you.
No hay problema.
no problem.
Vamos a ayudarlo. ¿Cuál es el
I have been
problema?
a squire longer than you.
So?
I outrank you. You should help me.
Bueno, aquí estamos.
Fetch more wine, scrub my armor, clean my boots. Just my luck to end up with Norin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once. He's a drunk, a liar, and an arrogant prick.
It's
Solo
your
hagamos el
job to do the
trabajo.
work and stop complaining.
You try squiring for Norin and see how much you like it. See, that's why you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shovel and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming. But not by much.
Just shut your mouth.
It's the truth. It's not like I'm making it up. All I'm saying is, at this rate we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life. Pulling wine around a fucking wedding.
Give it time.
Motivémoslo un
You'll
poco.
get there.
Or easy
Démosle
for
moral
you
a
to say.
este escudero
Maybe if my
fastidiado,
uncle were castellan at House Forrester, I'd
resentido
feel
porque
different.
tiene
Who my
que
uncle is
servir.
has nothing to do with it. How much further?
It's right over there.
Los gemelos fortales. Ah, la casa Frey fueron los que traicionaron a Robstar, que asesinaron a su madre, a su esposa y a él. Dentro de esa
Take
fortaleza
your
que
time.
estábamos viendo,
You lot have drunk your share.
seguramente
Good thing Lord
eso es lo que
Walter's
está pasando en este
in a
momento, ¿no?
generous
Los
mood.
están asesinando
Fucking phrase.
y por lo que veo la casa Forrester
Nice night
es
for a
leal,
wedding.
vasalla a los Stark, mientras que estos Frey, como los vemos armados, están planeando algo. Ya se dio cuenta. Ya se dio cuenta. Uy, esto tiene mala pinta.
Don't
No
expect me to
parece nada
carry it
bueno.
for you, Sir Garrett.
¿Qué vamos a hacer ahora?
What? What's wrong?
Ay, carajo. Ya debe estar muriendo Robstar en este momento.
What's gotten into you? You're acting rather odd.
We have enough wine.
Then take the fucking flagon already.
What's wrong with him?
Ay,
Something the matter?
Bowen, we have
se
to
va a
go.
preguntar.
You go if you're in such a rush.
Salvemos a Browen.
What about? What the hell was that about? Slow down, would you? What's the rush?
Corre, corre, sí,
Don't
corre,
need to
corramos
fucking
mejor,
run.
¿no?
Run!
Es que es una decisión muy difícil, ese juego nos lleva al extremo, créanme. Es muy parecido, o es de la misma liga o serie
We need to get
de
back to camp.
The Walking Dead. Un juego de tomar decisiones. Uy, nos salvamos de poco. Tenemos que salvarnos.
We have to get back.
Uy, qué movimientos. Vamos por el escudo. Bien, bien, bien. Corramos, corramos.
Ready, boys. Low. Shoot that one.
Ay. Bien, muy bien. Uy, nos salvaron. Muy bien. Pues ojalá podamos hacer algo, ¿no?
Look out.
Tenemos que hacer algo. Ay, se cayó esta mierda. Cu de cola. Ay, ¿qué va a pasar con nosotros? Hacia un lado, hacia el otro, hacia un lado. Bien, muérase. Ah, bien hecho. Uy. No, ya murió ahí. Oh, no entiendo por qué se le cayó el cabello encima a Roderick. ¿Se murió? Ya se murió, yo creo, ¿no? No hay nada que hacer ahí.
Garrett, did you find Roderick?
¿Qué le hacemos? Un muerto trata de salvar, los Frey lo han asesinado. Los Frey lo han asesinado.
They slaughtered him, my lord.
Find a weapon, quickly!
Vamos por la espada. Bien, bien. Ay, Dios mío, Lord.
Walter Frey, you fucking traitor! Go, my lord, while there's still time.
Tenemos que hacer algo. Corramos, huyamos, vamos, mi Lord. No caiga, no caiga, por favor, no se caiga.
Seven hells.
Párese, párese, párese.
We have to keep moving, my lord.
I'd never make it. They'll hunt us down like dogs.
Walter Frey says time to...
Ay, no, lo hirieron muy feo ya.
Guard this with your life. Return it to Ironrath, where it belongs. There's no time to waste. I'll be damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors.
Walter Frey says
You have to go.
backstage, you're welcome.
I won't leave you, my
No
lord.
lo dejaremos.
And you will.
My lord,
By the gods, you will obey me. Tell your uncle. Tell him
Tu tío.
the North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your Uncle Duncan.
I swear that I will, my lord.
Jurémoslo.
Hey, it's those foresters.
Se ve bueno, el
Your
Lord
honor, you must do this for your house.
nos está protegiendo.
Kill those fucking foresters.
With love from Walder Frey.
Oh, ya lo jodieron. Vámonos, vámonos, vámonos. Dios, qué interesante está esto. Empieza hielo y fuego. Esta es la canción de Juego de Tronos, la serie de Telltale Games. Creo que eso no está en la serie de televisión, ¿no? O no sé. Parece que no, no lo he visto. Faltan cosas, de verdad. Se le van añadiendo, creo, a pasar la serie, ¿cierto? Así hicieron con la televisión. El Juego de Tronos. Episodio 1. Hierro desde el hielo. Tierra de los Forester, camino real. Martin Montgomery. Como podemos ver, el juego es muy similar a The Walking Dead. La misma serie, es el mismo sistema, el mismo selección de respuestas y consecuencias de tus respuestas o basadas en tus respuestas. Es muy bueno. Vamos a ver qué sigue. Hoy hay sangre. No sé a dónde se dirige este chico. Decía al comienzo que era criador de cerdos. Vimos un cerdo ahí. Pronto sea su casa, su trabajo. Hay un cerdo muerto acá. Tiene mala pinta esto. Tiene pinta de caernos 5000 hombres. Hay fuego. Quién sabe que puede estar quemándose. Pero para eso estamos aquí, para averiguarlo. Para tratar de llegar a Ironwood. No creo que sea Ironwood, no sé. O de pronto sí. Es un juego muy bueno, de verdad. Sigan mirando los capítulos. Iré subiendo uno semanalmente. Espero su apoyo, pues es con mucha dedicación. Casa del Padre, esta es su casa. Algo que sí les pido es de que si no se han visto la serie de HBO, la miren hacia por internet, por Peli 24, por ver series y novelas, pero mírenlo. Uy, estos son soldados. Uy, carajo.
Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
Father.
I said move on. Unless you want to get fed to the
Vamos a
fucking
nuestro
pigs.
padre, necesita nuestra ayuda.
I recognize you. You're a Forester squire. Former Stark bannermen have no claim on land anymore. Or haven't you heard? The Starks are dead. Where'd you get that sword?
Ay, güey.
Not a chance that sword is his. Must have stolen it. Out here by himself. Probably a deserter.
None of your fucking business.
We're gonna
Sí,
feed
güey,
you
no
to
es
the
tu
fucking
puta
pigs.
incumbencia. Si lo que quieren es muerte, muerte van a
That
tener.
sword's too big for you, boy. You can barely pick it up.
Get off my land.
This is
Fuera de
Bolton
nuestras
land now,
tierras.
boy. Lord Bolton is the new Warden of the North. I reckon he like a proper lordly sword like that.
No.
I'll have that sword, boy.
¿Será la espada?
Come get it, you bastard.
Ay, güey, no la quitó.
All right.
No, la
Finish
quitó el
this
hijo de su
fucking pig
madre.
farmer. Pathetic.
Vamos a ver si es que nos van a coger aquí de parche de
You
tontos.
really are a pig farmer, aren't you?
Darle estas. Uy, nos quiere venir a joder. Uy, güey.
Mercy, please. I beg of you. I have a family. They'll never
¿Qué
survive without
hacemos?
me. I have no quarrel with you. I was only following orders.
Pero mataron a nuestro
No, please.
padre, o creo.
Lord Whitehill will see you hang for this. That much I promise.
Uy, está jodido esto. Nos metimos en un problema. ¿Qué le sucede a nuestro padre?
Garrett, you survived. Your sister,
¿Qué pasa con mi hermana?
she hid.
Ah, mataron a su hermana.
I tried to stop them.
Parece una mujer, una niña. No, qué cabrón. Se murió el papá también. No,
I'll
no,
kill the men who did this.
tenemos que vengarnos. Acongoja esto, ¿no? Fortaleza de la casa Forrester. Ironrad.
It's Garrett. Get the Castellan. Tell him his nephew survived.
Garrett!
I was too late. They were already dead.
Bring the maester.
Let's
Meet
do
us
deal.
in the Great Hall. Quickly!
Two Whitehill soldiers? And a Bolton. They killed my family. And for what?
Mataron a su familia.
My sister, she was only 8 years old.
Uy, era una niña, la mataron.
This never would have happened with the
Malditos
Starks in
bastardos.
power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Thank you, Maester.
The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg. Your justice was swift. Some will call it vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you. But the Whitehills won't see
No
it that way.
tuvimos elección.
They attacked me. I had no choice but to defend myself.
Of course. And we can't let the Whitehills just walk all over us. These maggots ought to help prevent infection. Hold the wound open for me,
Qué
would you?
gusanos. Uy, güey.
These are dark days, I fear. to lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal.
Uy, güey, o
Greater
sea que
houses
nos
than ours
quedamos
have
sin
fallen
Lord.
in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A
Nuestra casa
serious man, but
nunca
he would have
caerá.
made a good lord.
Our house will never fall.
Fue positivo.
By the gods, let's hope you're right. The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now, although he is young and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit. Hold this for me, will you? I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick.
No, pues no fue
Not that
tan así,
Roderick
¿no?
couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. Unfortunate the Citadel doesn't train maesters in the art of warcraft.
That's not how it happened. Roderick had already fallen.
Well, I'd imagine Lord Forrester would sacrifice himself to save anyone from his house, high or low. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight on that leg.
Ok, caminemos un poco. Los gráficos no son los mejores, los tengo al máximo.
Go on, don't stop
Pero
now.
bueno,
It's better to let the blood
está entendible
circulate.
el juego, ¿no? Es jugable. A ver, tocar.
Rather cute little creatures, aren't they?
I guess.
Se están comiendo nuestra pierna y tiernas, ¿ah? Qué ternurita. Vendas, hierbas medicinales. Las está guardando, ¿no? Y no está pidiendo permiso.
This might help.
Esto podría ayudarnos. Y ya no. Ahora vamos a caminar un poco. Seguro hay
You
cosas que
seem to
ver.
be favoring it. Always sad to see a warrior lose a leg.
I'm fine, Maestro Tingrin. Look, I'll show you.
Iremos afuera, creo.
The Ironwood Grove.
Según lo que entendemos, todos han querido la arboleda desde mucho antes. Este es el asiento del Lord. De pura madera, seguro. Algo más no tiene que ver por acá. El tapiz, la pintura. Podemos ver primero
Asher.
Asher.
Exiled to Essos,
Fue
unfortunately.
exiliado a esos. Fue exiliado. Leí una descripción de Asher. Era como muy loco, muy sanguinario, algo así.
Talia and Ethan.
Talia Ethan.
I suppose Lord
Él es
Ethan
el
now.
joven que es Lord ahora. Mira,
Still in King's Landing, I suppose.
King's Landing.
Although,
Está en King's
I
Landing.
wonder if they'll bring her home.
Con lo que
Lady
está sucediendo,
Forrester.
seguro.
She's always been kind to me. Treated me
Ya
like I
ves.
was a Forrester myself.
La esposa de Lord
Ryan.
Ryan.
Never easy being the fourth-born son.
Hijo menor. El Lord
Lord
Forrester.
Forrester. It was an honor to squire for him. Gregor the Good.
Gregor. Se llama Gregor. El bueno.
Roderick.
Roderick,
He
su
was our
hijo
best warrior
valiente.
by far.
Bueno, aprende más sobre ellos en la página códice del menú.
I may be
No
mistaken.
podemos hacerlo ahora.
You do seem able to put
Si
weight
no
on it.
sería tiempo. Pero bueno, ahí básicamente lo que habla es la descripción de cada personaje, quién fue, por qué están ahí. No hay nada importante en sí, solo para tenerlo pendiente y en cuenta. Hablemos con el gran maestre.
Does your leg feel weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you.
¿Por
Why
qué
do the
nos
White
odian
Hills
los
hate the
White Hills?
Foresters?
I think it's safe to say the feeling is mutual. There's been enmity between the two houses for as long as anyone can remember. I don't doubt someone killed someone, which led to more killings of someones, and then, well, here we are.
Otra pregunta.
The White Hills want
Los
Forest
White Hills.
Ironwood.
Ah, they'd take it all if we'd let them, especially now with the Boltons in power, and proceed to clear-cut every last inch of it until there's nothing left, just as they've done before.
¿Quién
Who's
es
the
el
new
Lord?
Lord of House
Solo para
Forrester?
Why,
recordarlo.
Ethan, of course. At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve whichever noble house I was assigned. Advising the late Lord Forrester was an honor. Advising Ethan, his third-born son, is challenging. There's still so much he has to learn, yet the very fate and future of this house rests in his hands. Which is rather frightening when you think about it.
¿Qué
What
sucederá
will happen to
conmigo?
me now?
Excellent question. Under normal circumstances, you could join Sir Royland and his men. Although given the circumstances of your circumstances, it becomes a bit tricky, doesn't it? I suppose it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
Lord Forrester promoted me. At the Twins, I'm no longer a squire, if that matters.
It might, I suppose. But I'll defer to Lord Ethan on this.
Can I go now?
¿Puedo irme ya?
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but... Lady Forrester.
Lady Forest.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Talia pidió
Garrett,
verte.
I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family... I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Off to bed now. Hurry on. Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
Fue un héroe.
He was a hero, my lady. The bravest man on the battlefield by far.
Yet he was unable to save his own son.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion, but if you can remember anything...
Luchó con valor.
He fought valiantly, my lady.
Of course he did. He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
No hemos de decirle a
Any
nadie.
last words before he passed? If you can remember.
He said he loved you.
That's very kind of you to say. You have the Forester's sword.
Ethan should have it, now that he is Lord.
Lord Forrester asked me to return it to the house. He said this is where it belongs. With his family.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
Now is the time to prove our strength.
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
Against aggression. Duncan, this was our land. They were our people. Your family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the White Hills. Not with Ramsay Snow
Hills.
coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution. This happened on Forrester land.
They
Me
attacked
atacaron.
me.
And they'll say they were keeping the peace in the name of House Bolton. It's an argument you cannot win. We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week.
And what would you have us do? Nothing.
I would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be
Debemos ser
heard.
inteligentes,
My
claro.
uncle's right. We need to be smart.
Smart. Eddard Stark was smart. And look where that got him. So, what's to be done?
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this. I'll accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
I'd have done the same, as any man would.
It wasn't murder. It was justice.
Not in their eyes. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay? Duncan, the boy has suffered enough.
But where would I go?
The one place beyond the reach of even House Bolton.
You're sending him to the wall? The boy's done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution.
Tenemos que ir.
I'll do what's best for the house. So I'll go. I'm not afraid.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
That settles it then.
You can have my horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food. But we haven't much time. The White Hills will come looking for you.
Uy, se armó la de Troya aquí. Se puso color de hormiga.
Were it up to me, I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given the chance. I would. And God's willing, someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great-uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
I'll do what's best.
Which often isn't what's easiest, but necessary nonetheless.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What? What is it?
Lord Forrester's last words were, "The North Grove can never be lost."
Sorry. You caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
He said tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. I assume you kept your word. You haven't told anyone else, have you? This is important, Garrett.
Lady Forrester asked, but I said nothing.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you. From this day forward, this will be our secret. But soon, I may need your help.
But
I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house. But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help.
Ay, ya se va.
Iron from ice.
Hierro desde el hielo.
Remember,
Iron
you
from
represent
ice.
House Forrester. Your actions at the wall will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll serve with honor.
I know you will.
Garrett, wait!
Lo alcanzó, está enamorada. Ahí hay un amor, hay algo segurísimo.
Be safe.
La casa Forester.
Ethan?
Uy, árboles bastante grandes, ¿no?
Ethan!
Ethan Forrester, Lord de la casa Forrester. Este joven es el nuevo Lord.
I couldn't find him. Could you?
He hides too well, and if he were smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
You found me! Well done, Ryan. Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
Garrett is strong. He can take care of himself.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself.
I don't care what he says. I can protect you.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know. But I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword. Like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything.
Asher is muy
Promise me you
impulsivo.
won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
I don't want to get angry, but I may have to. Father did sometimes.
But you're nice. Everybody says that about you.
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
That's not how it works.
Well, that's how it should work. You are the lord.
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Ya llegaron.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were lord, I would command Ethan to stay with his family.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
Bueno, ya está la audiencia.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather.
El Lord
I assume you explained
Lord
to Lord
Whitehill.
Ethan why they're here?
The business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm.
Esto es muy arriesgado este...
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
¿Qué le
What should I
decimos?
say to him?
Preguntemos.
Tell him and his men to leave.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house, but to his family it's still a loss.
Thank you, Lord Whitehill.
My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
I may be young, but I'm not so easily fooled. You're trying to rile me, but it won't work.
No funcionará con nosotros.
You are that boy. Too young to know when you're in over your head. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much.
Fetch Lord Whitehill some bread and salt. It was an oversight, Lord Whitehill. I promise it won't happen again.
Not likely. You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries, you cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
We all serve House Bolton now.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
Garrett was only defending himself.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men? And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
He was sent to the wall.
Who the fuck sent him to the wall? Answer me! Who's the one who did it?
I did.
What? That was my justice to deliver, boy. And you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
Thank you for coming, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his
hombre
own.
está
But the
muy
new Lord
exaltado,
Forrester
¿no?
lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
We're in the right, Lord Whitehill. Remember that.
Uy, él lo hará, qué miedo. Qué difícil es ser un lord pequeño
Your son did
chiquito.
well, my lady. He kept his wits while Lord Whitehill lost his temper. A lesser man would have been rattled, but Ethan here held his ground.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Ay, carajo. Eso está tremendo, ¿no? Se desarrollan muchas historias, se entrelaza mucho y lo que tenemos que hacer es defender todo esto con uñas y dientes.
Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep
Se
the
va a casar
Boltons
con
at
el
bay,
rey Joffrey.
if it's presented to her as it should be.
Bueno, vamos a empezar con Mira. Está en King's Landing. Vamos a mirar qué objetos tenemos acá. Moneda Yunkai.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos. Ethan made this for me.
Broche.
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once
Lady
belonged to
Margaret.
Lady Elena.
Y la carta sin terminar.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Bueno, parece que no hay más ahí. Vamos a mirar qué más tenemos por acá. Este libro.
Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick.
De su hermano mayor que ya no existe.
I hope to see them all someday.
Miremos ahí qué hay.
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Y la carta de la madre.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
¿Quién será? Lady Margaret. Bueno, estamos en un momento
One moment.
que va a desarrollar la historia.
Sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Dejémoslo entrar. ¿Qué
No,
pasa?
it's fine. Come in.
Creo que se pegue un polvo con esa muchacha de sucio carbonero.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
Con la reina Cersei.
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but...
Why are you telling me this?
I heard them arguing about House Forrester and...
House Forrester?
I thought you'd like to know. Forgive me if I was mistaken. I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, milady.
Uy, carajo. Ya están planeando, algo está pasando acá. Llegó Margaret.
You're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
¿Qué irá a pasar? No lo sabemos. Pero algo va a pasar acá. Algo va a acontecer. Seguramente.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
You're very kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself.
How did you respond?
I told her you are one of my most trusted handmaidens, that you can hardly be blamed for the actions of your father and brother. Nonetheless, she demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
What do I say?
Find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
No sé si será buena idea.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us. You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Good luck.
Buena suerte. Vamos a ver qué nos depara esto. A ver qué acontece. Está Tyrion, hijo de Tywin.
You can do this.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Vamos a ver, que Dios nos ayude.
Your Grace.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
Tendremos que mantener en esa postura.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Joffrey is the one true king, Your Grace.
And yet... For centuries, the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
They were the Wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Perhaps too clever for her own good.
The girl did name Joffrey as the one true king.
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Roose Bolton also served the Starks, Your Grace.
And proved his loyalty to the crown by bringing their house to a swift and sudden end. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
There are limits, Your Grace.
Perhaps, but not if your house faces potential ruin.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I'm sure she regrets it.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she would...
Let the girl answer the question. Go on.
My loyalties would never conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games. Who do you choose?
The king, of course.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
No sé si la embarramos.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Forgive me for saying it, but the Boltons have no honor.
Roose Bolton has many unique qualities. Honor is not one of them. That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard. Not her.
You can help my family.
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Muy peligroso, ¿no? Es tremendo todo lo que está aconteciendo. Es algo muy difícil de asumir, algo muy difícil de entender. Esperemos que lo hayan entendido bien.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
It didn't go very well.
I'm sorry. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. But at least it's over now. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
You'll get us in trouble.
We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well, which is more than you can say for his mother.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and... What are you doing? Well?
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about. This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mirror. I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes.
Uy, lo logramos. Quedó
There's
satisfecha
always
la reina.
someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Estoy de acuerdo.
It doesn't matter what you feel. It only matters what you say.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Pedir su ayuda.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Prefiero hablar a solas.
I prefer to speak with you alone.
Recuérdalo, Sera. Recuérdalo, Sera. No me importa.
Go on. Ask.
Please, Ramsay Snow is on his way to Ironrath to see my brother bend the knee.
Ramsay? Roose Bolton's bastard?
I fear my family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. But if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown...
That is no small request, especially now. Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire? Joffrey will not look favorably on such a request.
I will forever be in your debt. My family will forever be in your debt.
I don't know, Mirror. If Cersei were to find out...
You're the only one who can help me. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Dios mío, acepté.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Qué peligroso es esto. Camino Real, Walswood.
7 hells.
Let's play a little game, shall we? Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat?
Ay, cabrón.
Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets, but the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father is the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it? To these foresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Está tremendo, güey.
Listen. There. Hear that?
Ay, Dios.
I know I heard something.
Quémonos quieticos.
Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
Nos salvamos. Vamos a mirar.
Bloody hell.
Uy, güey, lo desoyó. Lo desoyó. Qué perro, hijo.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you.
300 generaciones son muchas.
Who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good.
Gregor el Bueno.
He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
And what will they call me?
That is for you to define as the new Lord. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move! Summon the Lord! We need his judgment.
I've done nothing wrong! I was only trying to survive!
Lord Ethan. Missed.
Who is this man?
¿Quién es este hombre?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed!
Esta casa está condenada, grita el hijo.
We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
You stole from us.
I feared for my life. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks
true. Right.
I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone.
Go.
No, pero...
Lord Ethan,
¿Qué
I know
hacemos?
these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling.
We'll never survive the coming winter. Most of us won't even live to see it.
We are in this together.
You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter.
You'll address him as Lord.
Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it
The men
is.
need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
He's a thief! We can send him to the war.
Man alone. Show him mercy, my lord. He stole from us. Deserve to live. Make him pay for what he's done. Give us justice.
I will decide.
Send him to the wall. Take his fingers.
He's a thief!
If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord. Please, my lord. My family depends on me.
I, Ethan of House Forrester, Lord of Ironwrath, name you a thief.
Kill him.
The price for your crime is 3 of your fingers.
No, please, my lord! My lord, please! Please, no!
3 de sus dedos.
My lord,
Prefiero eso.
normally it is the Lord's duty to carry out the sentence. But I am willing to carry it out, if you do not feel ready.
I will carry out the sentence.
Ay, güey. Estamos viendo a este joven un sádico asesino.
This is injustice, my lord!
Ay, fuimos severos, pero... Ay, por los niños, güey.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must mete out punishment when it's due.
Not just yourself, of course.
It can weigh on any lord.
¿Saben lo cierto?
What do you
Preguntámosle.
think?
Me?
Yes. Did I do what's right?
As Maester, I cannot support mutilation. You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side. Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance. Possessing wisdom and experience.
And I'm sure you think you'd be the perfect choice.
Me? Oh, gods no. I can't get involved. I am a Maester. At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve as such. There are 2 capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here, the bracer of the Sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen Sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your Sentinel will wear this for all to see.
I'll make the right choice as Sentinel.
Ay, ¿en quién vamos a confiar? Digo
Come
que
speak with me when you're ready to
Duncan.
convene the small council, my lord.
Pero también Ethan es experto en guerra y... Pero yo digo que lo vamos a hacer lo más pronto posible. Para salir de esto. Voy a hablar con el maestre. Para que...
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. Are you prepared to name your Sentinel?
Sí.
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
Vamos a elegir al centinela. No es una decisión para nada fácil, pero confiemos en que sea la mejor para esta casa. ¿Por qué confiaría en Duncan? Porque el Lord Gregor me encargó a él cuidar la arboleda del norte. De pronto...
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you.
De pronto el otro no lo tome tan bien.
Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Let him be on with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision.
¿A quién vamos a elegir?
Duncan Tuttle, you will be my sentinel.
Tuttle? This is reckless. Lord Ethan has made his choice.
Highway.
I will not disappoint you, my lord.
Now, sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
Our scout says he's only a day's ride from here, with no time to waste.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
We can handle Ramsay Snow. He doesn't scare me.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls. Ignore Sir Royland. You named me Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the bloody small council.
Let Sir Royland speak. I'd like to hear what he has to say. Sir Royland.
No. You chose your sentinel. He should speak on this.
Sir Royland is clearly able and ready to take up arms, but the rest of our soldiers are not. We need to take a cunning approach. Diplomacy can be a sharper instrument than a sword.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand.
Gentlemen, please. Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf, but we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
Mother, what do you recommend we do?
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough! Maester Ortengrin has swayed me. We will offer the Boltons a share of the ironwood, and we will promise our people to harvest it, thus securing their safety.
As Sentinel and Castellan, I must warn against this. You may do this for some gain now, but in the end, it will starve this house.
If we don't, there may be no House Forrester at all.
If you aren't ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks out.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival.
We could offer him the ironwood in the courtyard.
My lord, making this kind of offer outright may simply embolden Ramsay. There could be trouble, and all the house will be there to see it. Meet him in the hall. It will be more private, and he will not have an audience to play against you.
Lord Ethan?
I will meet him at the gate.
Very good, my lord. I shall prepare the men.
Men? We hardly have any. It's a foolish plan.
How many years have I served this house? I cannot listen to that bloody idiot anymore. Forgive me, my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this house. You're likely to get us all killed.
Get out.
You'll regret that, my lord.
Ay, mierda, yo creo que la cagamos. Es que negociar y todo proteger la
Apologies, my son. I had expected better of him. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow at the gate.
And we will offer the Ironwood, providing a safe future for this house.
And don't worry, Lord Ethan. I will stand beside you, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
Ay, güey. Pues no sé. Ramsay Snow va a llegar en cualquier momento.
You have named your sentinel, but you still seem conflicted. And no matter what, you can't be indecisive. Not if you want to help this house. Forgive me.
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
You want to bring him back?
He's a skilled fighter, but what's more, he has the will to fight, a hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister, and we need all the help we can get.
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you.
I'm not like that, but I don't need to be, do I?
No, but you need someone who is standing beside you. I'm trying to do what's best for this family.
Güey,
what this family needs.
¿qué vamos a hacer?
Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a Forester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
¿Qué vamos a hacer acá? La decisión muy difícil, pero que tendremos que mirar. Sello de la familia Tyrell. Tomémoslo rápido, güey. Tomarlo. Ay, güey, dos cosas.
Marjorie? Oh. Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you might want to know. Thank you.
¿Qué va a pasar acá? No
I thought we were
sabemos.
friends, Mira. When you dismissed me the other day, I won't say it didn't hurt my feelings. We've known each other for years, and yet to be treated like that.
We are friends, Sarah. Truly.
Friends trust one another. They don't hold secrets. Now Lady Marjorie thinks you don't trust me, and she values your opinion very much.
Sarah,
No puedo hacer nada, güey. Hicimos la decisión correcta.
My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
What did King Joffrey say, my lady?
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family. I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him. He wouldn't even speak to me when I left him.
But my family, they're still in danger.
Your family isn't the only thing in jeopardy, Mira.
My little brother is only 7 years old. I'm afraid for him. For all of them. Ramsay Snow is on his way to Ironrath.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Ay, güey.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Milady.
¿Qué le va a decir esto?
Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
I'm glad to see you.
Thank you, milady. I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies. Hopefully I've proven I can be useful to you.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who... People who'd be willing to help you.
Bueno, nos robamos una llave y un sello Tyrell. Algo tendremos que hacer con eso. Ay, güey, va a llegar Ramsay.
Where's Sir Royland? The man values pride more than honor. And without King's Landing. I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men stand ready to act if needed.
I hope so.
You made the right decision, my lord.
Bolton men approaching, my lord!
Ay, llegó este idiota de Ramsay. No, amigos, está muy difícil esto. No sé qué hacer.
Something wrong with your gate?
No lo voy a dejar entrar.
Well, aren't you the little lord? No wonder you can't open the gate. Shall we help you? Now let me in. This is a lovely pile of timber, isn't it?
Why the hurry? Are you cold?
You know, I am a bit. Fortunately, there's no shortage of wood to burn around here. Thank you, my lord.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Ironwood.
Carved by our most skilled craftsman.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much.
Your father will appreciate it, I hope. Our ironwood is highly sought after.
My father is not so easily impressed. Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could...
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently. This ironwood seems to be your most precious possession, but it is just wood.
Lord Ramsay, we have another gift we'd like to offer your father. There are several ironwood groves along the borders of our land, all producing tall, strong trees. We'd like to give your father 2 of these groves in tribute.
Give him? He is your warden. What's yours is already his. Quite the army you have, Lord Forrester. Very impressive.
Mierda, ¿qué hacemos?
Look at that. More Forresters.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
We really must focus on the business at hand.
What is it you want, Lord Ramsay?
What do I want? Everything. Nothing. We'll see. First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal.
My lord.
Ha! That wasn't so hard now, was it? Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. And I care even less about a bunch of trees on some far-off hill. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
We will double our efforts for your father, my lord.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust her, Forrester. They murdered our men.
It was a Forrester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton. Yet your man lived.
No, you're mistaken. That's not how it happened.
Our men are dead. How it happened is irrelevant. You had me stand out in the wind and muck so you could show off your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do. So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone.
¿Qué solución?
The Whitehills will be taking control of your ironwood from this day forward.
What? The ironwood? But...
That is our livelihood.
Then you'd better well find another fucking job.
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehills don't? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
We have loyal craftsmen who make the finest weapons. The Whitehills have no such craftsmen. Do you want ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath, that we cannot abide. Ethan.
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
We'll bar the gates.
Too late for that. You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
You have no right. Whitehills have no place here.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Duncan, don't.
Look at this, little Forester. You're not frightened, are you?
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Oh, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother. I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
We have more to discuss, Lord Snow.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister. We'd get along well.
My lord, if you want a hostage, take me.
I suppose you can stay. Aren't you the brave lord?
No, lo va a matar, güey. No,
que
le
le
va
va
a
a
¡No!
What have you done?
But I don't want the brave lord.
No, hijo.
Far too much trouble.
Ethan! Ethan!
You fucking bastard!
No.
Even though you did bend the knee.
My son.
I think we've come to an understanding.
Lord Ethan!
I certainly feel better about all this.
What have you done?
However,
Come on.
the
Oh,
foresters need to
chicos.
keep their end of the bargain. Take the boy as your ward.
No!
Kill him if they give you any trouble.
Ryan!
Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Somebody help him!
Fetch the maester, quickly!
You brought this on yourself.
Mother!
Stop!
Let him take me!
Let him go!
Stop that! Ryan,
Stop it!
Let him go! Ryan! Do something!
Ethan?
No, güey, se murió.
My son.
Ay, carajo. Decisiones que nos han costado la vida a Ethan. Algo le iba a hacer, yo sabía. Nuestra historia ha comenzado próximamente en Juego de Tronos.
Ethan sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This
Ethan
house needs a
el
leader.
valiente.
Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you did it
Oh.
without flinching.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again, our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Uy, se vienen cosas tremendas. Dios mío, eso está muy tremendo. Ay, nosotros nombramos a Duncan Sentinel. en lugar de su hermana. Bueno amigos, pues este es el episodio Hierro desde el hielo. Ha sido un gusto. Muchas gracias. Nos vemos dentro de 8 días con el segundo gameplay. Muchas gracias. Dios les bendiga. Y nos vemos. Recuerden, su amigo Stonewall Cry los saluda. Chao, chao.